Hello and welcome to the Korea International Circuit, where we bring to you the Korean Grand Prix. The first time this has been held, just like last week's Indian Grand Prix since 2013. Indian Grand Prix, it was Sebastian Vettel that won all of them, but the Korean Grand Prix, it wasn't the same person that won every single one. Therefore, I've forgotten. So, I'll have a little look for you. And while we have a look, let's go through your grid for today's race. Of course, qualifying was not yesterday, it was earlier this morning. Oh, Sebastian Vettel did win all of them. 10, 11, 12, 13. No, he didn't. He didn't win one of them. Which one didn't he win? It was the first one where Alonso won. Anyway, yeah, your grid, which was this morning, sorry. Of course, instead of qualifying yesterday, it was FP2, because of course we need the extra practice session if we're doing two different layouts over the weekend for the sprint and the race. Anyway, let's go through your grid. Sainz, another poor qualifying, disappointing from him in 20th. Joe in 19th, your sprint race winner, Drogovic in 18th. The dry conditions not really helping him too much. He was a dominant in the wet yesterday, winning by eventually 2 seconds because of that 10-second penalty that he had for causing the safety car. Vesti 17th, Sargent 16th, Hadjar 15th. He's got two more races, including this one, to show himself, to try and pit Iwasa to that RB seat next season. 14th, Lawson, De Vries 13th, Stroll 12th, Pourchaire 11th. He's the only one starting on softs, because there is rain inbound pretty much any minute. I'm surprised everyone's gone on hard. There is a big storm on our way. Magnussen 10th, Albon 9th, Hulkenberg 8th, Piastri 7th, Gasly 6th, Ocon 5th, Norris 4th, Russell 3rd, Verstappen 2nd, and after yesterday's decent result, not a brilliant result, but a decent result in the sprint, he'll be starting on pole for the race, but of course in the championship lead as well. He was 3 points behind Magnussen going into this weekend, and now with the points he got in the sprint plus the pole point, he is a few points ahead. Not that many though. How long have we got then? Let's have a look. It's been 2 minutes. We've got about 50 seconds until the start of the race. Let's go through some track facts for the Korea International Circuit. If I can get them up. Here we go. So, currently holds Super Race Championship, which is a national series since 2010. Of course, used to host the Korean Grand Prix. Of course, we're coming back again this year. And Porsche Carrera Cup Asia came here in 2015 and 2023. GT World Challenge Asia in 2019. And TCR Asia Series in 2016 and 2018. There's probably some other series that race here nationally. And the Grand Prix circuit is 5.615 kilometers. 3.489 miles, and also is, hang on, let me just sort out everything for the race, and we are going for the formation lap anyway, and the start record is a 1:39.605, so I don't think these cars this weekend are close to beating. I might just be able to beat it, I'm not too sure. It is close though. Of course, that was Vettel in 2011 Red Bull, 18 turns as well. Of course, a very tricky track, very long one as well. Probably be one of the longest races we've had all season. But I'm going to let you watch the parade lap, and I'll be back once they've finished it. So the cars will line up Leclerc and Verstappen on the front row. The reigning world champion, and if Leclerc he wins from pole, he would surely push himself into pretty much. Why is it doing this then? Here we go. The 5 lights will light up. It's Charles Leclerc starting on pole. Can we get a better camera? Does the 5 lights light up? No, we can't. No, thank you. The 5 lights light up. We are underway. Leclerc's going to get the better start, but Verstappen could have the inside line, and he will have the inside line. Russell's trying to put pressure on as well. There's the Alpines. Here's Portier with a flying start. He started at 11th, and he's already in front of quite a lot of people. Those soft tyres doing wonders as he chases down the next rest of the pack. They're almost 4 wide going down this long back straight towards turn 3. Who's going to take the lead? They are pretty much 4 wide, just like we saw in Bud. We saw a spin from Piastri in Bud, but it's not going to be any spins. It's going to be George Russell who takes the lead from Verstappen, or is it Charles Leclerc? No, it is Charles Leclerc. As Leclerc fights back, I think someone's been spun round further back as well. As they fight, Leclerc's going to try and go down the inside, and he does, and Leclerc's back in the lead of the Korean Grand Prix. As he goes through the hairpin of turn 4, I'm not too sure who it was who would potentially spun round further back. It might have been Carlos Sainz. He is the one who's a bit further back from everyone else. As while one Ferrari leads, it's the departing Sainz at the end of the season. Who is the one at the back, and it is already raining, by the way. It is spitting. I don't think you can quite see on the camera, but it is definitely spitting. Let's go on board with Leclerc if you can see any sort of drops. Yeah, you can see some drops. It's definitely spitting here in Korea. You can see the raindrops there as well on the onboard camera, not just on the car. It could be these lot coming in for inters fairly early on. Where's Portier? He's in 7th place. He started 11th. He's made the best start out of anyone. And we'll have a look in a second to see if it was Sainz that did spin round. He's at the back, and he's not got a front wing either, so he probably did spin round. And Drogovic, he's hit Drogovic. He's hit yesterday's sprint runner, and Joe Guan Yu has also got damage. So it looks like there has been some drama on the opening lap. 3 cars which will be coming into the pits. As they're going through turn 1, it's still Leclerc who leads Verstappen. Portier, I thought, dropped off a bit, but to be honest, I think he's just taking it steady. They need to go all out at the start. I mean, the softs were probably to get him in the lead of the race. As Verstappen tries it down the inside on Charles Leclerc. Piastri on Russell. Neither's going to work. No, Verstappen versus Leclerc are still side by side. DRS not enabled yet. It'll be enabled at the end of this lap. They're going to be 3 wide going into yesterday's turn 1. Russell down the inside. Gasly down the inside on Piastri. Russell, Leclerc in front again. Verstappen now trying to get past Russell, but Russell will have the inside line. Gasly passed. Portier dive bombs Piastri. I think Gasly passed Verstappen, sorry. It's now Portier. Is he going to try and go round the outside? No, he's not. He almost makes contact with Piastri. Those two are fighting. In fact, they do make contact once, but not twice. As they go through the flat out, and now it's Portier in front. That is a brilliant racing there. As Portier goes a bit wide, that'll push Piastri off. Oh no, let Piastri in front of him. Sorry, oh Portier, they lock wheels. They've locked wheels. They're both off. Portier pushes Piastri off the track, but when they lock wheels, I think the stewards are taking it a bit less lightly. A bit more lightly, sorry. Of course, I mean, if they lock wheels, it's not really, they just kind of merge into each other. We've seen that multiple times happen, and not penalties given, of course. Drogovic versus Gasly in the sprint yesterday. That was only really because of the way that Piastri's off. Big crash for Piastri in the final corner. And that's Piastri out of this race, and that could be a safety car or even a red flag with the way that car's in the wall or on the track. We could see a red flag early on, and in fact we do see a red flag early on here in Korea. A big hit for Piastri. And of course the cars stop on the track under red flag. But this red flag is huge. It'll probably be a short one. They probably just need to clear the car. And I think a safety car would be quite difficult. I mean, they could just put the safety car through the pit lane. But I mean, it's a big hit into the wall. They do need to make sure Piastri's okay. But that was a big hit. And he was collected by someone as well. Not too sure who. But that was a big hit. And Piastri is getting out of the car. That is the news we did want to hear. I think they just red flagged it as a precaution because that was a big hit into the wall from the Australian. And to be fair, there's still Joe Guan Yu, Sainz and Drogovic, the three that pitted on the opening lap, that have still got to get past. So they probably just wanted to, because there were still cars coming, just to get the red flag out. I know it's only 3, but still. So red flag on the second lap. It's another red flagged race. We've had a few recently. The Le Mans Grand Prix, that was red flagged on the opening lap. Italian Grand Prix, the race after that. In the last 5 races, the only one to not have a red flag was the Indian Grand Prix, which was a fairly clean race, a fairly boring race until the end, in all fairness. But we have got weather coming. This could bring the weather sooner. And who this disadvantage is Théo Pourchaire. He thought he had probably about 10 laps until the storm comes in, and they actually do need to put on wet or into the tyres. This could affect Pourchaire a little bit. But he just needs to get to near the front. And in all fairness to Pourchaire, one, he could be getting a penalty for pushing Piastri off in the air at first. But 2, of course, Pourchaire, it could be alright, because once the rain comes in, the softs will have still a better grip than the hards, even if it is a little bit damp. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, they are currently working on clearing Piastri's car. It's still in the middle of the track. Let's get a replay of, let's just remember, it's 7:13. Let's see what happened on the opening lap then, with Sainz. So I did see a car spun round at the turn 3 on the opening lap, and did he just Constantina into him? Yeah, he did. They're all, I mean, you can't really put the blame there on Sainz. They're all just pretty much stops. And I don't think that's Sainz's fault or anyone's fault. I think that's just an opening lap. People are locking wheels probably in the front as well. And Sainz going to the back of Drogovic and Joe into the back of someone as well. I do not think Sainz will get a penalty for that. I think that is his first corner. Oh, not first corner, opening lap, bunching up. People aren't really expecting people just to be stopped, pretty much. I think if they were not basically stopped, I think Sainz would get a penalty. But, I mean, in all fairness, it's not really his fault. Anyway, Piastri versus Pourchaire. Let's have a replay of that. And they've already cleared the investigation, by the way, so no penalty for Sainz or Drogovic or Joe or anyone for that collision on turn 3. But anyway, what could see a penalty is Théo Pourchaire on Oscar Piastri. And they got a bit too far in front. It's a big hit. We can show replays. Of course, he's out of the car. Not too sure if he could be any slight injuries. Let's just see. They're side by side, and I mean, it's just a case of locking wheels, I think. Don't think you can really put the blame on anyone there. To slow it down. I mean, I'll slow it down a bit earlier from here. Pourchaire is every right, and I don't think he's got enough room on the inside there. He goes a bit wide. Piastri turns into him. I think that's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and neither of them will get penalties. Because as I said, they just merge into each other. And I don't think they'll get a penalty for that. Anyway, Piastri, he had a big hit at the end of the lap. I'm assuming he just aquaplaned. The track isn't even wet though. If he couldn't have aquaplaned, he probably just lost a bit of grip. Maybe some tire. He's making moves, he wouldn't have damage. Unless he did have damage and it just ended up failing. Let's watch off-board first. And Piastri, maybe something did fail. I mean, it could have, definitely. Yeah, I think something did fail, actually. I want to watch from this angle. Let's watch the McLaren. Yeah, something must have failed there. Must have. It's a big hit. His legs could be sore from that one. To slow it down. hits the wall. And I mean, it's only the Haas's rear. And the Haas actually has damage as well. I didn't even notice that. Who is that? Is that Kevin Magnussen? Yeah, it is Kevin Magnussen. Championship contender. That is huge. That is huge. Let's just watch it off board as well. That is championship contender. Yeah, something failed there, 100%. But that is huge for Magnussen's championship contention. I'm told the car has been cleared away now. So he should be getting back going any second now. Of course, you've got Leclerc, Russell, Gasly, your current top three. And I think the red flag is ready to be cleared. So they'll be racing. There you go, there's the 30-second board. Well, the 30-second message is out. So we'll be ready shortly. And there we go, I think we are ready to go. And there we go, we are ready. Leclerc versus Russell. Russell pounces, he's got the better launch. If they go into turn 3, Russell is in front and in the lead of this race. And further back, how are they doing? Norris, the only remaining McLaren now, is in front of Alpine. There we go, no further investigation for Pourchaire and Piastri for forcing another driver off the track. So Pourchaire has got away with that, I would say, but I mean, not really get away with it because it's not really his fault. It's just saw a move on, I think that was Hulkenberg. And Drogovic isn't even past Piastri yet. But yeah, it is Magnussen without the rear wing. Piastri's out. Drogovic is nowhere near any of them. Drogovic's race is pretty much over now. Of course, he had to pick the extra damage because he had the no rear wing, which is the exact same thing what happened to Magnussen. So that is, as I said, huge for his championship. I think, unless Leclerc also has issues this race, his championship's over. And I think if Leclerc gets top 5, it's over. And currently he's second, so... And that bonus pole point means everything to Leclerc. But Russell is the one who currently leads in this damp Korean Grand Prix, just like the sprint. But of course, the sprint was, I don't know why they're putting that out. But there's Norris down the inside on Gasly. He's going to try and get the lead into third. Russell remains in the lead and Gasly remains in second. Sorry, but they have got DRS now, of course. So they had that last lap, which is probably what helped them a bit with helped Russell, of course, with that move. As Joe tries down, no, that's Pourchaire. Sorry, getting past the Alpine of Ocon. The two Frenchmen fighting it out. As Gasly moves over to try and cover off Norris, doesn't help him. It gets Norris in front of Russell though. So now Lando Norris is in second place. Okay, now there's a move there from, I think, Gasly on Russell. Don't know if it worked though. It did work, in fact. Because he's now in front of the Alpine driver. I mean, Mercedes driver. No, he's not in front of them anyway. So I'm just talking nonsense. As always. But still not that wet. So there's Pourchaire getting past Verstappen. Pourchaire had a brilliant race so far. Of course, he is on the much grippier tyres. So I'm not surprised he's this much quicker than everyone else. But does he even have the fastest lap here? I'm not even sure on that one. Tired one, of course, I'm going to be up early this morning for qualifying and then for the race now as well. Tired start. Now Leclerc trying to get back past Lando Norris with the DRS. Lap 5 of 55. Probably should have mentioned it is 55, just like Watkins Glen, but of course a 1 minute 20 lap time versus 1 minute 40 roughly. This race will be a lot longer than the US Grand Prix. As Russell is in front now of this race. And honestly, I'm going to get bored because this race will be even longer, even if it rains. So, 1 minute 44 is what Leclerc's just done. As Porchego is a little bit wide. Alexander Albon's now come out of kind of nowhere. Let's watch Porchego, keep focus on him, because I think he'll be the one giving us the best racing with the faster time tides. Has the rain stopped? I can't see any drizzle. Let's go on board with Porchego. Oh, Porchego goes wide. No, it definitely is raining. He gets on the grass, and that's going to lose Porchego a high heap of positions. He's in 11th now, which is basically where he started this race. That is such a shame for the Frenchman. He's got all that work to do again. It's now Liam Lawson in front of him. As he goes wide, now he thinks about sending a dive bomb on Lawson, but it's not going to work out. So now he's got to fend off Nick De Vries, and De Vries sends one down the inside. Porchego pushes, fights back, and Porchego is still in the lead, still in 11th place. But I think now Porchego's down in 11th, we focus again on the front runners, because I only really thought Porchego was near the front, and now he's not. So Gasly in third, he'll have the DRS to chase down Russell, who will be the assistant duck this time around, because he of course is the only one without DRS, I think, in the whole race. Apart from maybe Ocon might not have it, because he's a bit... Nah, I think Ocon would have. Yeah, he does, I think. There's Leclerc in the lead now, only person able to pounce on Russell. He has a big snap, he's weaving. Is that not allowed? I don't know. Normally isn't, but okay. You do you, George. As Gasly lock wheels, he almost spins around as the Frenchman. The man who won the most races last season hasn't won at all yet so far. As there's a dive bomb on Russell. Gasly getting racy. Porchego's already back in this pack. So he's doing well, as Russell is now down to 4th place. Is there 3 wide further back between Albon, Hulkenberg and Porchego. Brilliant race, and they're all over the place further back. I want to watch this, because this is some unbelievable racing. Porchego, he's down inside, but Ocon's trying to stick a wheel in as well as contact. Here comes George Russell, he's well out of the front running now. It's Porchego, he's trying to get past Ocon, he's got Stroll behind him as well. Stroll sends one down the inside, through goes Nick De Vries as well. Porchego's losing positions as we speak. He tries to go down inside, locks wheels with De Vries, that's happened out of nowhere. And I think that is Isaac Hadjar, who loses a bit as well. Porchego down in 14th now, he'll be annoyed at De Vries. But to be fair, they're not all over each other. It was Liam Lawson that lost out. Oh, De Vries hits the wall. No, De Vries comes into the pits. But did De Vries have damage? It looked a lot like what happened to Piastri. De Vries is in, so maybe he has damage after they lock wheels. But it's Gasly who leads Leclerc, who leads Verstappen. Russell now down to 6th place. He's lost a lot of time on the leaders, and after that massive tussle further back. But Piastri, he'll be on a charge now. Down in 14th place and a long way back with everyone else. Gasly, I know it's only 7 laps into this very long race. It's the rain, I feel like it's getting heavier now a little bit. It does seem because there is this big storm. Pretty much a monsoon forecasted, so we will have to see what happens. But they're all still on dries, aka the hards, apart from Porchego down in 13th place. I mean, if Porchego's race went a little bit smoother, he's up to just got past Liam Lawson. But if his race went a bit smoother, he could be in the lead of this race by quite a margin. But I feel like, of course, he went wide. He collided with Piastri on lap 2. Went wide, just trying to avoid people. I think he's pushing a little bit too much, or he was pushing a little bit too much. And then that massive kerfuffle that happened in that really twisty part of the track, which you can't really overtake in. I feel like it's a bit difficult. But as Gasly fends off Leclerc. These, sorry about that, but these two do like their fights. As Verstappen now takes the lead of the race past both of them. He's won twice so far this year. In the Le Mans Grand Prix and the Italian Grand Prix after not winning at all last year. But where is this rain? Or storm, pretty much. Then they go around that long, annoying left-hander. I've driven it. It is not fun. It's just, I don't know, to be honest, and even tighter in the sprint course, which I also drove, because I do drive these tracks in preparation, just so I know how they feel like. This twisty part is not fun at all, in my opinion, especially in the rain. I did do some rain testing as well, just in case I did see rain was forecasted. As they go towards turn 1 now. Just under 20 minutes of racing action. Of course we had the red flag, which increased it a little bit. But Verstappen, Leclerc will be the sitting duck. Verstappen will be chasing him down this back straight towards turn 3. I mean, is there really a back? Can you really call it a back straight? I guess we can. Same thing happened at India, and Verstappen's actually able to hold him on. Through goes Nico Hülkenberg. Where's he come from in all this? First time he's been really in any sort of battle. Théo Pourchaire is the one you've just seen go wide. He's not really enjoying his things now. Norris almost hits the back of Gasly. It's Nico Hülkenberg, the pole sitter from the US Grand Prix. The man whose teammate is in the championship fight is the one in second place. So in all fairness, Hülkenberg has been pretty close to the lead multiple times this season. And of course, I was just unlucky, I'd say, in the US Grand Prix. The sprint race, he ended up having a big crash on the final lap. And then the main race was just a bit of a mess. I don't remember what happened, to be honest. Did he get third? No, I'll scroll. Anyway, Leclerc still in third. Hülkenberg now the one trying to chase down Verstappen. Of course, the man that's leaving the Formula 1, he's retiring at the end of the year, just like his teammate. And to be honest, I don't think either of them realised that Haas had been a constructors fight this year. Or, Hülkenberg isn't really in the championship fight, because the season hasn't really been as good as Magnussen's. Magnussen has been consistent-ish, but last few races he just hasn't been up there. Which is why he's starting to fall off a bit. Hasn't scored since his podium in Vallelunga in the Italian Grand Prix, as Hülkenberg will chase down Max Verstappen. He'll have the DRS. Verstappen won't have it. But so will Charles Leclerc and everyone else behind. Hülkenberg will make the dive bomb. Leclerc will be there in case anything happens. Hülkenberg's already in front before they even get to the corner. And then he blocks Verstappen off, which is going to not help him in his fight against his former teammate Pierre Gasly. Say former teammate, for half a year, and for some reason Perez Perez didn't really last that long either. Before he got dropped. But Hülkenberg now in the lead of this race. Leclerc down to 4th. Russell now back in it. He's in 5th place. He dropped off a little bit, but he's trying to find form again. The weather might be picking up a little bit. On lap 10. It was meant to be around lap 10 where the weather picked up, but that was before the red flag. So I'm not too sure as to how or why it's been delayed. I don't know. But anyway, have got a little bit to wait now until the rain potentially. Who knows? So we go around the final corner. Flat out right hander before the little left hand kink. I guess the final corner is the little left-hand kink. Anyway, Verstappen down the inside of Hulkenberg. He's going to retake the lead. Or is he? Can Hulkenberg fight back? I think Hulkenberg will. And now give Verstappen the DRS. I feel like Hulkenberg should let off a bit and give him Verstappen the DRS. He chases them down and Verstappen straight away back in front of him, just like what happened the lap before, but roles reversed. And now Gasly trying to get past Hulkenberg as well, and Hulkenberg can go from first to just one of the Aston Martins almost going off. Probably Lance Stroll. It's terrible chair. I think he's trying to close back in on this fight. There he is, there just behind the Aston Martin. We probably just let past, I think, because he was in front of him. So I'm guessing he made a little whoopsie, and I'll take a position back for potential track limit. I don't know. Yeah, the rain does seem to be picking up a little bit now. So I think potentially something might have happened. Where's Logan Sargent? You see, haven't seen him much. Currently in 11th. So Porsche just got past him then, by the looks of things. A big dive bomb from Porsche on both of them. Something must have happened earlier on. Oh, they've locked wheels. Goodness sake. Something must have happened at the hairpin then, earlier on. I mean, turn 3, not the hairpin. I mean, is it really a hairpin? Kind of is, I guess. Let's see, did something happen? Yeah, Sargent kind of got spun round there. Just rear-ended by Porsche. So Porsche could get another penalty in this. No, he didn't get a penalty earlier on. So Porsche could get a penalty. We'll have to see what happens. Did Porsche? I knew something might have happened. I thought I saw something happen at the corner. But does Porsche let him by then? Yeah, Porsche lets him by. I mean, it's the sportsmanship thing to do. But he still caused a collision, so he could get a penalty. And then let's just see what happened with them merging, with them locking wheels. I mean, that's a bit of a stupid send. And I mean, normally that's just one turning one way, the other turning the other. And that's always been 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And I feel like there won't be anything there. Sargent's in front. I feel like Porsche knows he did wrong and he's just been... Yeah, lets him by again. He's still going at it. But I think, and then they've already cleared it, because Porsche gave the position back. And I think Sargent probably said on the radio, yeah, fair enough. In fact, yeah, he has. I've just seen the radio log. Sargent's been fine with Porsche not got a penalty, so that's fair enough. No penalty for that, which is... I think if Porsche is slowed down, Sargent didn't really lose too much time, it wasn't a full spin, I think that's fair enough. Hulkenberg's still in the lead of this race, lap 13 of 55. Lando Norris might have gone off. Norris has spun round. Lando Norris is round. What's happened to him? What happened? One McLaren's already out of the race and the other has not got a front wing and he's been spun round. Let's see what happened. Did he just outbrake himself? Yes, he did. He outbrakes himself and then the front wing under the car spun him round. Now it's Lando Norris' race pretty much ruined. Let's go on board actually, let's see. I think that'll just be no further investigation because of course it's his own fault. He's the one that outbraked himself. The rain getting heavier here in Korea. I think this storm's brewing. Yeah, just outbraked himself pretty much. Not really much else to say about it. That'll be Norris into the pitch. I'm assuming he could put on a set of Inters. But it still seems too sunny though. Like the sun's out just behind the clouds. It is raining though. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. We are pretty much tiptoeing now though. I don't know, I feel like it is getting heavier. Where's Pourchaire? I did say earlier that this could help Pourchaire with the soft tyre advantage. When it's just too much, it's getting too wet for dries, but the soft is still going to be better than the hard. It's Pourchaire's spun round! Pourchaire's round! And no, this will not be helping him, but he does 2 spins. And has to go back the slow way round. It is getting too wet, it's got to be too wet. Theo Pourchaire, just was saying that this race could be turning around from him with the weather conditions. But I feel like everyone's just tiptoeing now pretty much. Is it time for Inters? Pourchaire, he had to take advantage of this lap to make as many positions as possible with the more grippy tyres. Pourchaire spins round in turn 1. Which is such a shame. You can see him there going through turn 4 just about. And I think any chance of him winning now is over just from that one mistake. The one mistake he'd made all race. I'd said he was pushing too much. But unfortunately, nothing happens. Gasly still in the lead, and they are pretty much crawling now. I think it might be Inter's time. Pourchaire, yeah, Pourchaire's already caught up to everyone. These soft tyres are doing wonders for him. Everyone's pretty much crawling, and that's for under safety car, which I don't think we are. Leclerc's down to 9th now. What's happened to him? He's behind all the RBs. He must have lost a little bit. The championship leader, that is huge, because he'll only gain a few points as it stands on Magnussen, with Magnussen being pretty much out of this. It's Pourchaire down the inside on Lawson. Locks wheels a bit. They're all just tiptoeing. But Pourchaire is the one with the better grip, of course. Look how slow they're going down the back straight. Hulkenberg versus Gasly into turn 3. And Pourchaire, look how wide he's going. And someone's round as well. That could be Lance Stroll. Yeah, that's Lance Stroll around. At turn 3, another spin at that corner. We'll see what happened there in a second. Pourchaire off again. Where is he? P6. Gets past Albon. This is getting very treacherous now. This weather. It's getting heavier. And we could see a red flag. Potentially another one this race. Pourchaire's now in the lead of the race. Pourchaire leads. Finally. This is why he started on the soft. And straight away, don't hit the wall. He taps the wall but no damage. And he's still in front. These soft tyres are massive advantage. It all worked out eventually, Theo. You're leading the Korean Grand Prix. You're trying to get your first win in Formula 1. We saw Drogovic do this yesterday with a brilliant wet weather drive. Will Pourchaire do it today? I'm assuming he's got to pit. He's leading now, so surely you pit. He's got the advantage. Surely. But Pourchaire has been given a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. When would that have been? That was a quick investigation. Whenever it was. Or whatever it was for. And he comes into the pits to serve it instantly. So I'm assuming he'll be coming on to the Inters. There's no one else pits, but you can see some people are, but you can see the track's damp now. The track is damp. I think Russell's in. People are coming in. Lawson's in. Sargent's in. No, they're not in. The Porsche is put on the wets, and he's got a 10-second time penalty, remember, so we will have to serve that for causing collision with Lance Stroll. So that must have been why Porsche or Stroll was facing backwards earlier on. It's even less than a lap to take it as well, which is weird. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Goodness me, that is a smack. That is one dive bomb and a half from Lance Stroll. I mean, Teo Porsche. Just out of nowhere, just comes in. Go on board with Porsche in a second. I don't know why it's showing Porsche on wets. He is not on wets then. This is before the pit stop. Porsche was never slowing the car down. The soft tyres are really not helping him. He's behind the Williams. So how has he managed to do that? He must have outbraked himself massively. I mean, yeah, I don't even know if a 10 second well be that, to be honest. That is a ridiculous move to say the least. Porsche is clawing them back as well. We're not quite live, that's why we paused it. But look how much more wet it is now. The storm is coming in, and it's coming in fast. People are starting to put inters on. So maybe Porsche has anticipated it more. I don't know. But he's already into third place. I think he'll be in the lead of this race. Less than a lap after pitting. Porsche has done a tactical masterclass this race. If he ends up winning this, he'll be going on the podium saying, I am Jose Mourinho, the tactical masterclass, Unai Emery. What a race he's done so far. And now leads by a big margin. Does the Frenchman Verstappen, he stays out again. Gasly's come in for inters, I'm assuming. So's Lawson, so's Sargent. Hulkenberg's in second. He's on inters, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's on inters. So does Porsche feel like wet's the better option? He's got Isaac Hadjar just behind him as well. Verstappen's yet to pit for some unknown reason. You can see him just in front. Hulkenberg, they're both already past Verstappen. Hulkenberg's miles in front. Yeah, Verstappen's made a big mistake not pitting here. But look how much wetter it's got now. It's like the Malaysian Grand Prix, if you remember that one. But just a lot earlier on. Remember, Teo Porsche crashed out of that one. I can't quite remember if it was a brake failure or what. No, he just aquaplaned into the final corner, I remember now. And it was a big off as well, caused the red flag. But of course the red flag wasn't solely for that, it was also due to the two Ferraris. Their little show, if we can call it that. The Porsche on the wet compound tyre leads this race. How much do they lead it by? So, looking for the long left-hander. And Porsche is pretty much done with the lap. So yeah, Porsche, and he's getting further and further away from the Hulkenberg. It's definitely a wet weather race. This could be as well one of the that's Magnussen coming out of the pits a lap down. So championship leader coming into this weekend, I think. Yeah, it's currently a lap down, which is huge. so is Drogovic as well, the sprint race winner yesterday. Ocon, where's he? Ocon was near the front. Ocon's still on dries. What on earth is he doing? Where is he on track? He is tiptoeing through that long left-hander. He'll almost be caught up by Porsche in a minute. Verstappen is still on dries as well. It's Verstappen and Ocon, the two that for some unknown reason are still on the dry tyres. Look how wet it is. You can see the puddles on the track now. It's unbelievable. Yeah, this could be one of the longest races we've had all season. Porsche, he's taking so many corners flat still. I was very surprised with that. But Teo Porsche is now in a world of his own, pretty much. Just all Porsche almost round. Even the race leader with the wets on is struggling. What's the gap now? Hulkenberg, where is he? He's going on the long left hand. He's got about half a lap on him. I think his Porsche goes off again. Porsche not. I mean, it's really that we get track limits warnings, but I mean, not really helping him, so probably not, I guess. Where's Hadjar? Just behind, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why everyone is non-wet, I can't lie. It's definitely a wet weather race. Maybe they're just waiting. Porsche is pushing quite lots. Maybe they're just waiting for him to make a mistake. I wonder if he's racing, to be honest. They're all just tiptoeing. No DRS, of course. Yeah, let's just keep an eye on Porsche. And I'm going to go for a break. And in a few laps' time, we'll see if anything happens. back to Korea, where Porsche is putting some people a lap down. That is the second Red Bull he's this lap there. So Nick De Vries. So 14 cars still in the lead lap. Where's Vesti? Just in front. So I'm assuming sooner or later that will be 13 cars. And then Sainz, there we go, straight away. Just let's have it already in front. So it's definitely 4 wet race now. We close rapidly there in Sainz. Let's watch on board of Porsche as he goes wide. Not having a very good job slowing the car down. Probably why everyone else is taking it so steady, just so they can keep it on the track, which is not what Porsche is doing. But it's working, to be fair. He leads the race. Just watch him. Shooting get past Sainz here, as he does, yeah. It's now saying, by the way, 100% as we go past Norris. 100% rain, 100% track wetness. So Porsche is doing quite well. Maybe I can't see the Stroll! Porsche's crashed, he's into the wall. Porsche's out of the race. Race leader is off. Huge. Stroll's got damage as well. They're both still going. I think no, Stroll might be out of the race. But huge drama. Porsche hits Stroll. He couldn't see him. That is huge. He probably couldn't see him. I mean, I could see Stroll from where I was. Or from we could see. But oh goodness me, he almost spins out and crashes into De Vries. But that could be a penalty for Porsche. And could we see red flags as well? I mean, potentially. The rain is getting a bit lighter. It says 50. No, it doesn't say 50%. I think 50% in the next minute. But yeah, the rain is definitely getting lighter. But the track wetness is still nowhere near what we'd want to see. And he goes wide again. Of course, he's got no front wing though. Remember, Théo Pourchaire, race leader, with big damage. And that is under investigation as he almost spins again. The track is like an ice rink now, especially off the track. And to be honest, I don't get why he's at the wall now. I don't get why we haven't seen a red flag yet. Into the wall again, now in the grass. And will look to be a comfortable driver. That is why you take it steady. He probably couldn't see him. He had the off board. I mean, we weren't on board with him, but still. I know we were only with this camera angle. He got a visor as well, and the red flag has been called now. Red flags are out. Red flags are out for the second time here in Korea, and this could be a lengthy delay. We'll have to see. Hulkenberg, where is he currently? He is there. Don't know what corner that is, but I know where it is. So it's the right-hander just after, not far after where Porsche went off originally. It's where he spun, almost hit De Vries. But yeah, we could have a lengthy red flag stoppage here, just to let the track clear up. I mean, it's still very wet, so hopefully this gives Porsche a chance to calm down a bit. Because, I mean, he is dominating this race, but Hulkenberg will now be a lot closer to him now, maybe even get in front of him once they get back going. Remember, no work is allowed on either Porsche or Stroll's car while we're under red flag, so because of course they all have to stop on track. But I'll be back shortly if I get any news on anything that happens. And welcome back to the Korea International Circuit. Few updates. We are still under red flag. It's still raining quite heavily, but just the two cars, of course, currently in the pits repairing their cars, but they can't repair it, obviously. Poor Chair has been told to wait 30 seconds after they've repaired the car, so obviously he's got a 30-second penalty. That basically translates to. I don't entirely see how that's fair, to be honest. Because he couldn't really see. We have got driver's eye of Porsche, so we can see what he saw. But I mean, so can the FIA as well. So we'll have a little look as to what happened. Speed up a bit. Threads the needle getting past everything. You've already seen. Let's go straight away driver's eye, so we can see what he saw. He has got the halo as well, so. And he has been taking this corner flat out every lap. He does know they're there. And I mean, this is in front of the visor, so there is a whole nother layer of just wetness behind it in his defence. But I still feel like he knows he's there at least. He can see the red flashing light. But I feel like it shouldn't have happened anyway because of the red flag. But let's go on board a Stroll as well. As you can see, the surprise Stroll pretty much got. Just smacked in the rear. I mean, I don't think it obviously isn't deliberate. He's not going to just ram into the back of someone. But I mean, I think the penalty's deserved. He can see him. It's just a lack of judgment, in all fairness. Let's go back to where they stopped. Put the red flag out. But yeah, I'm going to go back, and if we get any more updates about potential restart, I will let you know. Hello and welcome back to the Korea International Circuit, where we should be going green shortly. The rain is calmed down. It has calmed down a bit, so I think they are good to go. 30-second board was just put up, and any second now we will get going. There we go, Hulkenberg, second place, currently underway, so now they can work on the cars for Pourchaire and Stroll. More Pourchaire is the important one here. Of course, he has got to wait 30 seconds after the damage has been repaired, because of course he got that penalty for the collision he just had with Stroll. About probably half an hour ago now, but... Of course, a lengthy delay due to that off. Oh, it's more the rain to be honest, with both cars made it back to the pits. Still a big one. Hulkenberg, can he take the lead? I'm assuming he will, because I don't think that damage will be repaired very quickly. As he crosses the line now, does Hulkenberg. There's that Stroll coming out of the pits. Is Stroll already out? Yeah, Stroll's already out of the pits. Pourchaire, however, is still sat there. I'm surprised that Stroll was so quick, especially with the rear wing having to be changed. Now in 6th, he's 7th once Gasly comes fast. But to be fair, with the speed Pourchaire has, as long as he takes it steady, he could do quite well. Alright, now he's 9th. There we go, he's out. The 30 seconds is just over. And he can get back going. Where is he at the moment? He's coming through the pit exit, so he'll just be behind Carlos Sainz. Let's go driver's eye with Pourchaire, down in 12th place now, straight away past the Ferrari. And straight away, I'm guessing past Lando. It still looks like wet leather tyres. The rain has calmed down. It's only saying 50% now instead of 100, which is probably why they've raised the red flag. And went into the back of Norris there. That's not ideal. There's Norris off track as well. Didn't quite realise that was allowed. Anyway, that is enough driver's eye. Pourchaire's currently in 10th. Let's go see how everyone's doing. Hulkenberg first. We've got Hadjar pretty much just behind him in 2nd, followed closely by George Russell. Charles Leclerc is in 4th, a little bit further back from them. And it's Albon. Everyone's quite close. Gasly and Albon are probably the biggest gap. Yeah, there's a pretty big gap there. Then Joe has got Lawson right behind him, and then it's Théo Pourchaire. He's catching up to them. And it's Sargent, who's just been passed by Pourchaire earlier on. Anyway. Wow, what drama we've had. Not even halfway through this race, by the way. Lap 22 of 55. And it feels like we're on lap maybe 40, to be honest, with how long this race has taken. Pourchaire tried to get past Lawson. This is not working out. The track is getting drier as well. It doesn't look very dry, but it is definitely getting drier. Look how much puddles are in there. It'll take a while for them to clear up. Wouldn't surprise me if he takes a restless race, to be honest. He tries also to get past his teammate, which he does. Joe didn't really race him that much. It's crazy that Joe is the full-time driver in this Sauber seat, and he has been not the first driver. It's always been Maloney or Pourchaire doing better. Apart from maybe Ilott. I don't remember how that went. I don't really need to watch Pourchaire that much anymore. Who's next? Pierre Gasly. Still as we were further in front. And big wobble there from Porsche. I mean, we'll watch Porsche because he's the only one really doing anything in this race. Everyone's just taking it steady, waiting for the rain to go. Because now he's in front of Gasly as Porsche, and this was the gap. It was between Gasly and Albon, which everyone was which was happening. What? Okay. Anyway, yeah, Porsche not leading, sixth. Oh, Porsche's almost round. Porsche's bum round. He gets it back going. He doesn't lose too much time, but Porsche round. He's pushing too much. Has he not learned how much he's pushing? I don't get what he's doing. You know, he's pushing way too much. How far ahead's Albon? Albon is like a corner or two away. Albon, let's go find a rear camera. There we go, let's watch Porsche close up on him. I know this isn't really the Porsche show, but I mean Porsche is the only one, he's the one on wets, which is the obvious better tyre. I don't know why everyone's on Inters. Anyway, we move. Look how close he's gaining on him. Remember, no DRS obviously, because it's soaking wet conditions. Look how close. I mean, he's just not braking early enough though. He goes a little bit wide. No, his car isn't even that wide. And Porsche breezes past Albon. And they go into yesterday's turn one. Porsche isn't really slowing down that much. He spins Leclerc. Porsche spins Leclerc. He's done it again. He just outbrakes himself. And this time, it doesn't. Oh, it's just, he hits the back of Leclerc. It's unbelievable from Porsche. He needs to calm down. He's not got. He got a front wing as well. Not got any front wing. It's just unbelievable. And he'll get a penalty for that as well. Because it's just, he deserves it. Because he just doesn't learn. He's trying to win his first race so much. He'll get opportunities to win. Or Porsche, the talented driver. He's got a full-time drive next season. As long as he stays away from any sort of IndyCar or Super Formula drive. Unbelievable. Now he's getting impatient. He's still faster than the people on dries. I mean Inters, without a front wing. It's pretty unbelievable. I can't remember. Everyone else is coming in as well. Maybe those Inters, maybe they're going on to wets, or are they just firm? Maybe the Inters are just dead at this point. Must be the reason. And Porsche has been given a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. I mean, maybe because it's just under braking, that's a normal mistake, and the other one he just drove right into the back of him. Let's see where Porsche comes out then. Gasly stayed out for now. So's Joe Guan Yu, so's Liam Lawson. Leclerc came in, Logan Sargent stays out, so does Russell. No, Russell came in, okay. Porsche's still in the pits. Can't take that much to repair, surely. They've got the 10-second penalty as well. Still. When is he going to come out? There we go. It's down to 14th, a long way back now. We'll get a replay shortly of the collision with Leclerc. Now, the Sauber driver is pretty much done, I think, and I think the track's drying up. These full wets will not last. And I just feel like it's a shame, but you push too much, this will happen. And he spun again, and he's broken the front wing again. Théo Pourchaire, do you want to win a race in Formula 1? With driving like this, you've shown your talent of how you can drive, but you still need to take it steady. That's why everyone else has been fine and you haven't. Let's see what happens. They just spin to the car on the curb, or they just putting the foot down? Just putting the foot down. Let's see what happened with him and Leclerc. This is it. There isn't even that much spray. You can definitely see him, he just outbraked himself. He's lucky Leclerc didn't get any damage, or he would have got a bigger penalty. Let's take driver's eye, and then we'll go on board with Leclerc. He tries to move out the way, but he's just too late. Probably can't see him brilliantly in this defence. It's poor. Let's look at the rearward camera. Not camera, not Andy Moore. I mean, it still is a bit too wet. I mean, they're not going to red flag it, but it is just unbelievable, to be honest. Leclerc in 5th now, so he isn't doing awfully. Didn't get any damage from that off, of course. And what I'm going to do is, how's everyone doing? I'm going to go for a bit, and then we'll see what happens in about a lap. back to Korea, where we finally got some racing. The track isn't that wet anymore. The puddles have gone. Definitely a lot drier. Hadjar now fighting George Russell for lead. This is only Hadjar's second Grand Prix, and he's already led his first race. And he's probably not going to lead his first lap in Formula 1 because Russell's straight way back in front, and so is Alexander Albon. So I feel like Hadjar might lose the positions. Yes, he does. Fortunately, Porsche down in 17th, by the way. So after that other pit stop he had to make, he's now put on the inters instead of the wet. So definitely inters weather now. But it's such a shame because he's doing so well, and now he's just not as quick as everyone else because it's inters weather, not dries now, unfortunately. But anyway, let's see if Porsche can get past, and then we will keep an eye on the battle for the lead. Yeah, Porsche is in front of Ocon, so to be fair, he could, you never know, claw something back. Anyway, let's watch Russell versus Hadjar versus Albon, because the battle for the lead is the more important one, obviously, not the battle for 17th. Let's see how they do. Hadjar down the inside. Almost loses the car. That is a shame. Rookie mistake from Hadjar. Russell with a pretty decent gap now. But now Hadjar's going to get back past Hulkenberg. He was the one leading most of the wet period until they all had to pit again for another set of inters. Hadjar not doing awfully for his rookie season. But lap 29 now of 30. 55 or 33 yesterday anyway, still got that one. Nice one. Hadjar is not really that close to the lead anymore. It's Albon that currently leads. I mean, to be fair, he's still pretty close, but it's just these five really that are in the lead battle, but not really doing much. Which is, yeah, fair enough. Apologies for being so tired, by the way. It is probably, this race has been going on for ages now. There's 2 red flag periods. But not really making any overtakes. You're just in a train. I think DRS might be back on, but DRS is meant to help them, especially when they're in the lead. It's not really a DRS train, because how powerful the DRS is down that back straight. 25 laps to go. They are just over halfway. This race has felt like an age, I know. That old dry. Is the rain stopped now? I think the rain might have stopped pretty much. It's just the track's still obviously going to be damp because the track isn't going to just dry up as soon as the sun comes out. It takes time, doesn't it? But now here comes Hulkenberg down inside an Albon. Hadjar's going to try and get back, trying to get past Russell. This is the part we don't really see many overtakes. Hulkenberg round the outside through the penultimate corner. Is he going to make it work? Yes, he is. Hulkenberg leads the Korean Grand Prix. The man that won the Thai Grand Prix last year. In the same region, Southeast Asia. Can he win again? Is Russell now in front of Albon. Leclerc trying to get back past Hadjar. Look how wet it is still. Can't really see that much. I mean, if they just red flag it, the track isn't going to get any drier, so they just got to keep them racing. They can't bring out safety vehicles, so they ban that. And they can't just change the rules mid-race. Hulkenberg still leads. Porsche's behind Ocon now, by the way. I'm not too sure when that happened. And it is a bit of a gap as well, so Porsche maybe had another off. Potentially. And let's see how they're going. Albon versus Russell. Probably missed the best part of overtaking, so I do apologise on that one. Albon trying to get back into the lead of this race. And Albon now trying to get back past Russell in the lead of the race now. We'll go around the final corner. Is Porsche's round? Porsche is round. Unfortunately. Hate to say it, but stop pushing so much, Teo. Anyway, Russell currently leads. Can he win for the first time this year? Finally. He won the sprint race in Watkins Glen, of course. On the short track. But still nothing in terms of Grand Prix. In terms of the 25 points. Russell, they go down the hill. Do this flat out part of the track. It's not really that flat out in the wet, but I don't even got any spray anymore. I think it could be time for dries, you know. Speaking of dries, Teo Chair is coming into the pit to put on what I'm assuming is a set of dries. Still a bit damp in the pit lane, but of course that's not surprising. Not many people have been on it. But Paul Chair, I'm assuming, will be pitting for dries. Let's see. On the medium, I'm assuming that'll be for the rest of this race. And let's see what the leaders do then. Will they follow Porsche? So it's a bit damp. See a bit of spray still coming up, but the whole of the start of the race there was spray and they were putting on dries. So, yes, they do. A lot of them having a bit of a wobble coming in. but they do pit. Everyone in. Someone did stay out because Russell only in second place. Who was that? Liam Lawson stayed out and Sainz stayed out. And Sargent stayed out. But everyone else came in, and who will come out in the lead? I'm assuming it will be George Russell. Yeah, it will. De Vries also stayed out, but everyone else in, so Russell leads Gasly, Albon, Hadjar and Leclerc and Hulkenberg. And Joe also in as well. Porsche, apparently, no. Porsche, oh, big wobble there, going through the flat out part. I mean, maybe not quite flat out, considering it's still a bit damp. And the Haas car is on inters, so I have to see if it is still inters or wets. And, I mean, the way Porsche has been driving, it wouldn't surprise me if he has another off. Which we don't want to see, of course, but oh well. I feel like in the team debrief we'll be told that he's throwing a race win away today. Unfortunately. Goes off again. But Porsche is pretty much gonna just probably just drive for the next 20 laps and see if anything happens. He goes through turn 1. All clean there. Let's go on board with Porsche for a bit. I mean, he isn't really racing anyone. Actually, let's watch from the Haas car just behind him. Who is that? Is it Hulk? Is it Magnussen? Here it is, championship leader Magnussen just behind. Still on Inters for some reason. Not too sure why. Still going wide. As they go towards the hairpin. I think Magnussen might have broke his front wing apparently going to the back of Porsche earlier. That was ruled as an for investigation because it was Magnussen's fault. A bit like what happened to Magnussen and Porsche and Leclerc earlier on. As they go up the hill, Porsche just massively gaps him. Oh, big off for the big Paul. Oh, huge crash on Porsche. That's a horrible crash. He loses the car massively, and the red flag. No red flag yet. I'm assuming that'd be a red flag. And race leader Liam Lawson's coming past that part of the track now, so will they red flag it? You can see Porche's still there on the racing line. They've got to red flag it. Surely that's a red flag. Porche's car is just sat there. Oh no, they're going side by side. There's yellow flags out. Porsche's car is just sat there, and that is, they should have red flagged this ages ago, in my opinion. And now the red flag comes out. Maybe they're just waiting for everyone to come by, but what a stupid idea that is. But the third red flag of this race is out after a big off from Théo Pourchaire. And we'll remain news on if he's okay. Of course, he couldn't get out of the car anyway because everyone was still going past at pretty much full speed. But I will leave you and I'll just bring any updates as they come. Hello and welcome back to Korea International Circuit, where they've just got Teo Porcher out of the car. Rather gingerly. It was a big hit, of course. And I mean, he was pushing quite a lot. We'll get a replay of what happened now. We know that he is okay. Let's see then. Let's go off board first. Takes it fast out, like even every single in the dry, but it's just a bit wet still, and that's a hard hit. It's a big hit. Let's go on board. We see not aquaplane, but just lose it a bit on the wet patch. Yes, he does. It's not completely bone dry yet. Yeah, he tries to get it off the track, but it's just too much. Hopefully he'll be okay for next week in Turkey. Let's just watch on board with Magnussen again. Actually, hang on, I've got a better way to do it. Very there, and then just swap it. So as soon as we see him, switch Porsche, big wobble, big hit into the wall. And you can see him just go back on. It's a big one, but thankfully Porsche is out of the car and A-OK, so they should be moving the car shortly. And I feel like it'll be about 5 minutes. So like, of course they've been working on the barrier as we speak, they just need to sort the car out now. So fast forward to where they ended up spread flagging the race, and you'll get going. This has been a marathon, honestly. Give it 5-10 minutes though, and we should be back going. And welcome back to Korea with a 30-second board. Went up about 10 seconds ago, so we should be racing again shortly. It's a long marathon endurance-like race here in Korea. 3 red flags now. 1 for the crash of Piastri early on lap 2. Then we had it again due to the rain earlier on. Now a big crash from Teo Porcheri. He's been taken to the medical centre. But Liam Lawson is now been given the go. He will lead I don't know if I can know. But it's spun then. But he is on inters, remember, so it probably won't last long this lead. He'll be pitting this lap anyway. And yes, he does. So with Sainz, so with Sargent, and Gasly, what tyres is he on? Soft. So Gasly currently leads this race. This is the battle we got for the lead. It's Russell and Gasly, with whoever that is just behind Russell. Next in queue, 34th. So we've got about 20 laps to go. Still a decent amount of time. So yeah, Gasly now in the lead. Everyone did pit, like I thought. So definitely not intermediate weather now. So you can see Leclerc and Hadjar is behind as well. On the soft, probably will have to pit again at least once. Hadjar trying to get past Leclerc now. Did Russell pit? Russell must have pitted. Yeah, he has pitted. I'm sure he was on dries. I don't know. Anyway, Gasly leaves Albon then. Lawson come out in 5th, so he still isn't even that far back. He had a pretty quick stop. It's Gasly, Albon, Leclerc, Hadjar and Lawson then. Is that Logan Sargent I saw in 6th? I think so. So the 2 teams at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship, all 4 of their drivers in the top 6. That's Gasly. His teammate won in India last week. Esteban Ocon. For his 3rd win in Formula 1. Can Gasly get his 6th here in Korea? Of course, he won the Italian Grand Prix in 2020. And had 4 race wins last season. If it wasn't for 13 non-point scoring races in a row, he could have been in the championship fight. This is Gasly's last season. Of course, he's got disqualified in Argentina. And then 4th, he won the Australian Grand Prix from pole. 11th, then 9th. And then here comes the streak. It wasn't even that long of a streak. What? I said it was like 13 races long. But it wasn't. It was a 15th in South Africa. It's Albon with DRS. Is he going to try and get past Gasly? No, not quite. As Hadjar's disappeared as well. So Leclerc's now in 3rd. But it was DNF, 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 and then an 11th place in Germany, and then 10th in Slovakia. Another DNF, but a 2nd in the sprint. As here comes Alexander Albon to lead the race. Hadjar still in 4th. Just dropped off a bit. In the RB, and then he won the Dutch Grand Prix in that weird race. 2nd in Italy, 4th in Russia, 5th in Thailand, 1 in Japan, 2nd in Indonesia, and then 5 no scores in a row, 7th in Daytona, then a 1st in Dubai. So that was Gasly's season last year. It wasn't just all the DNFs, through just unlucky mechanical failure. Someone. But Alpine reliability wasn't that great last year. But still won the Constructors, but that was through just solid results from both drivers when they weren't having engine failures. But these top 3, either of them can win. Gasly the only one yet to win this season. Albon won at the French Grand Prix at the circuit de Bugatti, I guess it's called. And then Leclerc's won twice. He won in Seattle and the US Grand Prix at Watkins Glen. Championship leader going into this race after the sprint. With Magnussen down in 18th place, last of the current runners. Leclerc, as it stands, will have a big lead in the championship. Now Gasly tries to get back past Albon. Bit of smoke I think I saw there, maybe a slight lock up from the Frenchman, but he is in the lead, and Leclerc trying to get past now as well. I'm getting really tired. I'm definitely gonna have to sleep. I've had no sleep today after watching qualifying, and now this long race starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Albon straight away into the lead. What a move that was. That really put off Gasly, and that's going to get the Leclerc pass as well. So Gasly in a few corners, little lapse of concentration, takes him from first to third. But DRS is powerful here, so I feel like that could change. Hadjar now getting involved in this battle as well. And try not to get confused by the two RBs. They've both got 21 because of issues with basically it's Lawson's car because when Awasa was in it because Tsunoda was injured. It's confusing. But Leclerc in front of Albon now into the lead. You see Lawson a bit further back in the other RB. One more race for Hadjar. Then he's got the F2 World Cup in the Red Bull, I think. Yeah. And there's Albon trying to go around the outside of Leclerc. He's on the inside line now. And he's almost in the lead. Side by side. To be a good move if Albon can keep it stick, and he does round the outside. What a move from the Thai driver. And what is probably his home Grand Prix. I don't know, probably Malaysia's closer. Still pretty close to Thailand. Leclerc, if he wins this race, it's 7 extra points from where he is currently in second place over Kevin Magnussen, who is not going to score points this race. He needs a good Turkish Grand Prix, and he needs to be spot on at least the podium every single race from now on. He needs to do well in Laguna Seca, he needs to do well at Sebring, and he needs to do well at Bathurst. 3 circuits everyone's never been to as well. Most of its grid would have driven at Istanbul Park. I think Hadjar wouldn't have, Lawson wouldn't have, Sargent wouldn't have, but of course F1 came here in 2020 and 2021 to Istanbul Park. There's a bit of contact there, I think. Did Albon drive there? He would have, yeah, in 2020. Yeah, probably the first circuit we've had in F1 Fantasy where most of the grid are driven on it. Hulkenberg, I don't think Hulkenberg would have driven on it before. But of course he wasn't in 2020 or 2021. I don't know, would he have been in 2021? I think he was, in the Haas. No, he wasn't, it was Schumacher and Mazepin in 21. Hulkenberg, I don't know, probably not much experience. De Vries wouldn't have, Russell would have, Lando Norris would have, Vesti wouldn't have. Joe wouldn't have. Stroll would have because he got pole in 2020. Well, 2021 he got pole, I can't remember. Drogovic wouldn't have. Ocon would have. So most of the newcomers, Magnussen would have. It's just most of the newcomers that haven't. Paul Cher wouldn't have, and Piastri wouldn't have. So yeah, most of the newcomers who've been in F1 coming since 2020 wouldn't have driven there before, not even in junior series, because F2 haven't been there in ages, neither have F3. I know GP2 used to go there. There's Leclerc down inside on Albon, trying to get in front of the tie driver, and he does. Albon straight away trying to get back past Leclerc. He'll have the DRS, but he's in front of him. Won't even be slipstreaming, and I think Gasly will have the best opportunity here. But no, he won't, because Albon's already in the lead. But Gasly got a bit on the grass, to be fair, as well. And he almost locked tyres a bit there as well. But Leclerc in the lead now from Albon and Gasly. Look how big this group is now. Sargent's come in, Lawson's come in. Is that De Vries or Verstappen? I think it's Verstappen. Yeah, it is. And also Carlos Sainz, the man who started in 20th place. The pole sitter from Vallelunga. Liam Lawson's the RB that's dropped off a little bit. Sargent now in front of Verstappen. Verstappen straight away getting back in front though. Gasly just got back past Tyler Hadjar. How are Leclerc and Albon doing? I think they're just behaving themselves, trying to stay away from this battle. To be honest, I think once it's done, they will close straight back up to them. Right, keep cutting to this camera when they're going on the back straight. But Albon, I think, went down the inside of Leclerc. Leclerc, yeah, he is in front of Albon. Let's see what they do, though. That's not Leclerc or Albon. Let's see, it'll be Leclerc, but Albon's got DRS. He dummies him. And Albon down the inside. They go through turn 4. It'll be this corner on the final lap, I reckon, that will decide this race. Albon in front. And Albon just in front of Leclerc still. And Gasly looking to go and get past Leclerc as well. Now Albon chasing down Leclerc again. Down the back straight, lap 42 of 55. Gasly tries to get past Leclerc, and he does, round the outside. That's a brilliant move. DRS again. Leclerc's going to try and get right back past him, and that he does. And Sargent also on Verstappen. Hadjar's been shuffled down a bit as well. In fact, one of the RBs has completely disappeared. Oh no, there it is. Time Science. I'm assuming that's Liam Lawson. Gasly just in front of Leclerc now. Not many overtakes probably around this part of the track. And at the end of this lap, I will let you watch for a lap or two just to see what happens without my probably annoying voice going over it. I'll see you in about a lap's time. Come back to Korea. I had to go because I haven't even watching the race the last 3 laps. But yeah, apologies about that. But Leclerc leads from Gasly and Albon and Sargent, and probably not much has happened while I've been gone. Let's be real. So yeah, about 10 laps to go now. He's got to have been on the softs for a while, unless they just pitted this lap. Then I don't know. Lando Norris is kind of in this battle as well, which is good to see after, of course, what happened to him at the start of it, or early on in the race when he spun. Went into the back of, I can't remember who it was. No, I don't know. Where's George Russell, by the way? Oh, he would be in this battle a little bit, but where is he? Down in 16th. How'd you on to 14th? Did he get damage or something? Must have, or he just pitted, I'm guessing. Yeah, Hadjar lost his front wing. That's such a shame. Someone went off. Who's that? So, what happened while I was gone then? Drama. Hadjar was in 8th. Such a shame. It wasn't even there they lost his front wing though. So I'll have a look in a second of what happened there. How did he lose his front wing? There. Ah, there we go. He's outbrakes himself by the looks of things. Yep, into the back of Sainz. That's a shame from Hadjar. He was doing well. Anyway, what happened to Verstappen then? I didn't even notice that Verstappen had gone. Lost his front wing, obviously. In 4th place when he went off, obviously. It's obviously, not obviously. I don't know why I say it like that. Anyway, let's see what happened. Was it a collision with Sargent, maybe? Just down inside and just spun himself pretty much. A stupid move. And then got Lawson stuck as well, and then coming back on the track, tried to the drive. Oh, Ross. Oh, that would be a penalty for Verstappen. For just plain stupidity. Anyway, let's go back live. Because that's something we are not right now. Yeah, that was stupid from Verstappen. You get a penalty for that. He wrecked Russell as well from just driving backwards on the track. Like, what? Slightly ridiculous. They won't be able to serve it in the pits either. Everyone's come in now to change the tyres, so I'm assuming they'll be on soft for the remaining 8 laps. Which I'm not surprised about, to be honest. That's fair enough. One more stop after the rain. Not a bad thing. So Sainz currently leads from Norris, Sargent and Joe. But these lot obviously didn't pit that lap, so... Yeah, I'll tell you, that isn't under investigation between Verstappen and Russell. I don't know. Unless De Vries is coming in, so is Lando Norris. And that was pretty quick. A 10-second stop and go penalty. No, not even 10 seconds, hang on. Or is it? 20 seconds, sorry, stop and go penalty. I can't read, I'm too tired. I've never seen that going out before. So 20 second stop go, converted into a 40-second time penalty for Verstappen. I mean, wow, that is harsh. And Djokovic only got a 20-second one earlier, actually. That's just a time penalty for hitting Stroll. So yeah, if Verstappen pits again, then he'll probably serve it then. That 40-second time, that's the race ruined then. Pretty much. That's the pits again. Where's the people that were in front earlier? I think Hadjar. Norris already pitted. He might be the leader team at Albon. Yeah, I think Albon currently leads this race. So lap 49 now. Not long to go at all. Joe's pitted, so Sargent. Red Bull have appealed that penalty, by the way. I mean, it's a hefty penalty, but it's also a stupid thing what he did, so... I think we won't see what happens until after the race now. Look at that group behind. Make sure Gasly, Hadjar, them lot. Hadjar's going to get up to 3rd place. Around the outside, does that work? Almost, because he had to pit earlier on with front wing damage, which thankfully was at the same time as everyone else had to pit, so he didn't lose too much. So Verstappen and Russell were both still in this battle of like pitting for damage. Gasly's still in 3rd, I'm assuming he's not going to be taking down Hadjar lost a bit of time then. Let me get Howard. Albon versus Norris is the battle for the lead. Albon currently leads that one. De Vries now past Hadjar as well. And Verstappen maybe as well. Yes, he will. So 6 laps roughly now to go. Much happening, I mean, especially in this part of the track. I mean, it's kind of like a half good, half decent, half good. I mean, it's a nice flowing part. Like, I mean, yeah, his flows well, but maybe it's a decent test track, not a race track. I didn't even watch F1 when they used to come in. I haven't really seen any highlights, so maybe while we the final like 5 laps, I watched some highlights of former Korean Grand Prix, whilst Norris tries to get past Albon for the lead to take his 2nd win in Southeast Asian soil after winning everything round at Malaysia. Leclerc still in front of Gasly. Albon back in front of Norris. Gasly, can he win for the first time this season? 2 Red Bulls just behind as well. Where's Hadjar gone? I think he's pretty much out of it. He's down in 8th now. Even his teammates got past him. Hadjar on pure pace. If he leads us this many positions and Lawson stays up here, I don't know, it's not really looking good for him. Especially with Iwasa knocking on the door. He won't race again in Formula 1, and at least in Turkey. I mean, afterwards he's free to do what he wants because Macau Grand Prix is done. But Albon, Norris, Leclerc. I think if Leclerc wins this, the championship's over. You'll have DRS on Norris, but Norris will have DRS on Albon, but Leclerc's looking pacey, like he could make a move. We'll see what happens then. If Gasly taps Leclerc, no moves there though, but we've got the main overtaking point, a turn 3 to come. 4 more laps to go now. Leclerc will make the move down the inside and Albon will he, and Leclerc will take the lead. What a move that is if he makes it work, and he does. To the podium in the pit lane that they used yesterday for the sprint. It was Drogovic stood on top of that yesterday in the pouring rain, but not today. Albon tried to make a move. Not quite work. Didn't quite work. It's still Lando Norris who leads. So Norris going for his first win since Malaysia, opening round, when he thought that maybe he could be in championship contention, the Brit and the McLaren. But lap 53 now, so 3 to go. Leclerc will dive down the inside. Gasly will try and move an Albon, but it doesn't work. But Leclerc in the lead now. He'll be the sitting duck then, going down the back straight. Let's see what happens once they open DRS. Norris is already looking racy. He'll have DRS to get past him. Albon will be slipstreaming, so will Gasly. And Norris already in front. And Albon will probably get past Leclerc as well, round the outside. Yes, he does. There we go. So it's Norris versus Albon then at the front. I don't think even Hadjar is in the points anymore, by the way, which is a shame. You might just about be like 9th or 10th. It's a shame. It's Leclerc versus Gasly's happening as well. Gasly, he'll try down the inside. Will he make it work? Yes, he does. Gasly now into 3rd place. And this isn't good for Leclerc's championship, but he's still fighting for it. This is Leclerc. And let's see what will happen once we get in picture. There we go. Gasly is in front. 2.5 laps to go now. And the longest Grand Prix we've had in a while. The sun doesn't set for about an hour, so we've got plenty of time to get these last 2 laps done. They go round the final corner. There'll be 2 to go as they cross the line now. And Norris the one who leads. Albon tries to go around the outside. It's not going to work. Norris will keep the lead. He'll be the sitting duck now for the penultimate time. Down the back straight. Albon will have the DRS open. He'll have the slipstream a lot earlier on. He'll move out to the left before they even get DRS open. He'll be in front before they even get to the corner. So can Pierre Gasly do it as well? He makes contact with Norris. Gasly down the inside. He mounts the curb. And he's in front of Lando Norris. And even Charles Leclerc now will try and get past him. Gasly's dive bomb has really put Norris off. And that could let Leclerc through as well down the inside. I don't think it quite will. No, he sends one. Leclerc sends one down the inside. Can he get in front of Norris? Norris will have the inside line for the next bit. But Leclerc keeps the foot in, and he will have the inside line now, and he will get in front of Lando Norris. And now Verstappen's trying it as well, but not quite. So Albon leads with quite a big margin now. The top two, they're gapping each other, and they're gapping the rest of the pack as well. And I get news that Verstappen's penalty has been reduced to just a normal 20-second penalty, so it's not going to be 40, it'll be 20 seconds added to his time, which is still huge. I think that might put him out of the points, to be honest. Anyway, here we go. Final lap of this race. White flag is out here in Korea. Gasly down inside. Gasly almost spins it. That's Gasly out of the race contention. Gasly almost spins. That's what Hadjar did earlier on. Gasly down to 5th now. So is it going to be Albon to win? Or can Leclerc with DRS chase down Alexander Albon? Norris is going to be in it. So will Verstappen. Verstappen's got a 20-second penalty, remember, for that hit earlier. But Albon down the inside. Leclerc will take the lead, and Verstappen's going to surely put off Albon a bit there. He'll have the DRS for the tie driver to chase down Leclerc, going into this final overtaking opportunity being turn 4. And Albon is not going to do it. Leclerc has surely got this win in the bag now. The championship leader after the sprint race yesterday is leading this race. The man who got pole. When was the last time someone won from pole? I'm not too sure when that was. But it's been a while. This pole sitting winning curse, or not winning curse, has been going on for a while at least. I'm not too sure when it last happened. Just see if I can find. It might have been Piastri at the Daytona 305 last year. Might be for the first time this year at least. But Leclerc, he's got not long to go. He's just got this pretty much street circuit part of track now. Has it even happened this year with pole sitter winning the race? No, it hasn't. It'll be the first time this year that that's happened if Leclerc can hold on. And now we go through the final corner. Charles Leclerc, he's done it. He wins the Korean Grand Prix. Albon in 2nd, and it'll be Norris in 3rd after Verstappen's penalty. What a race that was. Everyone, of course, moves up a position. And what a race that was. Everyone finishing now. Joe Grant New crosses the line. Magnussen, Joe's not got a front wing, by the way. Magnussen round the final corner, or round the final part of the track. Here we go, now round the final corner. Championship leader going into this weekend. Finishes 17th and is a long way back now. And Rogovic as well, the winner of the sprint race yesterday. Just wow. What has happened to him? Of course, he had that incident at the start which pretty much ruined his race, but that is a shame. What happened to Joe? And then we'll go through the race results. Let's see then. Sargent's dropped off a bit, by the way. He was near the front. There we go, into the back of Sargent. Oh, well, my throat's a bit itchy. I've gone way too far back. Camera angles. There we go, let's see what happens. Sargent versus, I'm guessing, Hadjar into the back of Sargent. Anyway, Alright, race over now. So let's go through your results then. Piastri, big crash that caused the red flag on lap 2. Porsche, big crash that caused the red flag on lap 33. Rogovic, Magnussen involved in this collision at the start, so was Joe. But of course Joe's real reasons in 16th for what happened we just saw. Stroll 15th, Hadjar 14th, such a shame, he was doing very well with his pace. He's a rookie, he's only second race, so not too surprising. Ocon 13th, Sargent 12th. Hang on, I need to see where Verstappen will end up. 2 seconds. Apologies. Where will Verstappen end up? He will be just behind Joe. So Joe's 15th. Verstappen 16th after that. It's just stupid driving, to be fair. Deserves a penalty in it, my opinion. Stroll 14th, Hadjar 13th, Ocon 12th, Sargent 11th, Vesely 10th, Hulkenberg 9th, Sainz 8th, Lawson 7th, De Vries 6th, his best result in a while, Russell 5th, Gasly 4th, Norris 3rd, Albon 2nd, and Charles Leclerc, your race winner from pole. We'll be back next weekend for a more European friendly start time. I will just get it up to see when it starts. 12 p.m. Yeah, midday. Lights out. We'll see you then. Goodbye.